got the Trailblazers moving up, and I got San Antonio moving up. I got Memphis on the outside looking in, and I got Sacramento on the outside looking in. Those are the two teams that I think are on the outside looking in this season. I think that there's going to be really good teams, and I also think that there's going to be really good teams in the East. Really good teams in the East. That top five, I think that that's going to be something serious with Cleveland, the Knicks, Orlando, Atlanta, Detroit. I think that they're going to be serious. Now, there's been news that Giannis' status with Milwaukee is still up in the air. I'm one of these people where I think the noise has gotten to him. I think the noise has already gotten to him. I do. And I wouldn't be surprised if he got moved before the season started. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So, what up, fan? What up, Breeze?
What up, Chill? Listen, man, enjoying the show, and I gotta be honest, I'm the noise. It's what the Nets fans said. It said you can't win in Milwaukee again because of what you did to Kyrie in that playoffs. You can't win no more there. I'm the noise. We the noise. The Nets fans is the noise. But I ain't really pull up for that. What up, though, Joe?
Come to Brooklyn. That's the logic. So you can't
Hell
win.
no. Hell no. We don't want him in Brooklyn. He bad karma to the Brooklyn Nets. He probably great everything the other 29 teams, but he ain't not with us. Not what he did to Kyrie.
So you straight.
Done on him. Done on him. But yo, I pulled up to ask you about zone defense and how it was implemented in the early 2000s, and you know what's the players. I just want you to, you know what I'm saying? Just chill. I'm trying to chill with you. You know what I'm saying? Just tell the fans like how that changed the game. You feel what I'm saying? How
the thing breezy is you talk about zone defense. Zone defense. I literally was watching the '88 semifinals between the Lakers and the Jazz. The Lakers were playing zone against the Jazz in 1988. That was going on. I had Byron Scott, and I had Byron Scott, and I had Magic. I had Michael Cooper, I had James Worthy, and I had Jabbar. And then I had AC Green, I had James Worthy, and I had Jabbar in his 2-3 zone. And it looked like it was a matchup zone that was going on. So that's always been going on in the league. It's just now, or to your point, in 2000, I think the zone, it changed because we had guys coming into the league that played in college, that looked at the zone, and what they weren't able to play in zone as much. See, like I told you about with the Utah Jazz and the Lakers, you know, guys stayed in college a lot longer, so they were able to play in zone. They knew how to play in the zone. In the early 2000s, you know, you had these one-and-done kids. And with these one-and-done kids, they coming into the league, they don't really know how to play in zone. They don't know how to shoot gaps. They don't know how to get big in the post. They don't know how to get big in the middle of the zone. They don't know how to play in the dunker spot. So I feel like what the zone did in the early 2000s, I think that it challenged coaches to teach kids how to play in zone more than anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because of the player development, you know, leaving. I think college teaches the like how to play the game, and the zone is part of that. But before the zone, who had the league? You know what I'm saying, on its heels before the zone was invented. And what are the players that you think that the league said, nah, we got to get a zone or something because this one-on-one is too much domination, or like, what's your perspective on it?
Well, they was playing zone. They was playing zone on Jordan in the 80s, and it didn't look like it, but they were playing zone on Jordan. They were playing a boxing one on him. They was playing a triangle and two on him, but it didn't look like it because the Detroit Pistons were all over the place. When Shaq showed up, that's when they actually had to add that, because it was just unfair to have him one-on-one on the box against your best big, because he would just destroy you. So they had to implement his own, because all they were doing was just dumping the ball into the Shaq, and the defense couldn't collapse fast enough. And even when they were trying to play zone, he was just so physical. He was so physical and burying guys underneath the basket early that they couldn't do anything with him. So we have to be able to swarm him early. We have to be able to be around him.
So chill, for real. Let's just keep it real. Like, how much did Shaq impact the zone defense being the things like in the books, like this is the rule now.
I think he's the sole purpose of it in the 2000s. I think he's the sole
Well,
purpose
that's it.
of the zone. Yes, I think he's the sole purpose of it. I've heard people say stuff about Allen Iverson. I've heard people say stuff about Allen Iverson specifically, but I think Shaq is the sole purpose of the zone in the 2000s. It was because of him.
Talking shit. Yo, I mean, I don't want to revisit the finals. So, we could just say we had that conversation, but not really have it. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's the
But,
sole purpose of it. Yes.
word, but nah, I just wanted to just ask you that question, man. I shout to you,
Sir.
Phil, man.
Good to talk to you, brother. Yep. I think that was the sole purpose of the zone. No doubt about it. It was because of Shaq. No doubt. And he made things unfair for teams. Teams were employing bigs who couldn't really play, but they could give you 6 fouls because we don't have anybody. We don't have enough bodies we don't have enough bodies for that. Like we don't. So what we're doing is we're getting rid of our guards. We'll drop one of our guards to have a 6'10", 255-pound, 260-pound big to fight with Shaq. Yeah, we'll do that. We 100% will do that. We'll grab Brad Miller. We'll grab Aaron Williams. We'll grab Lawrence Funderburk. We'll have that on our crew because we don't have anything to contend with him one-on-one. Like Mutombo can't do nothing with him one-on-one. Lonzo Mourning couldn't do anything with him. So we have to get more bodies to throw at him because what we have, it clearly isn't enough. It clearly isn't enough. So because of that, I think he was the sole reason for implementing the zone in the NBA in the 2000s. So I feel like it changed a lot. I feel like, I mean, Duncan wasn't nearly as physical as Shaq, but I feel like it changed a lot. And I mean, this is where we are. This is where we are. And I think Shaq is the sole reason of that. And speaking of being somewhere, it's about that time for me, guys, to wrap it up. You know where to find me at. I'm not hard to find. I'm on TikTok every morning from 9 a.m. And I go from there to the panel from 11 to 2 on the Players Choice Network right here on YouTube. You can find me right here on Chilltown Hoops weeknights. If I'm not here, you can find me with my man Tony Tone on Tuesday nights. He did right here on the Chilltown Hoops Network or the Sports Fluent Network. If you can't find me here, you can find me and my man Big Ox on Thursday at 4 o'clock on the Players Choice Network on YouTube right here, and on Saturday at 12 o'clock on the Players Choice Network. I'm not hard to find, guys. I will see you soon. Until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. When's the last time you talked to your mother? Call your mother. I will talk to you guys soon, but until then, take it light, but take it. Absolutely, man. It was good to see you guys today. This was good stuff. I enjoyed this. Absolutely.